called the Great Firewall of China. And really, it's nothing like a wall at all. Think Alcatraz, a maximum security prison with multiple fences on a remote island. Firstly, all of the websites from around the world are funneled through just 9 national gateways. Past that, and yet, fence number 1, IP blocking. Now, this one's all about controlling what people upload. So every computer has a unique address. It's called an IP address. In China, every one of them is monitored. Now, if they detect something they don't like, everything from that particular computer is blocked. Then, when it comes to controlling what people download, there is fence number 2, keyword filtering. So that little address bar at the top of your browser, whole internet pages, search engines, the government can scan what you type in there. Look, a long list of subjects that'll get you this reaction. You think about these guys? Yep, that'll get it. Definitely don't look him up. Don't even bother to access sites like BBC Chinese or Wikipedia or... You're kidding, right? But the most powerful brick in the Great Firewall isn't a piece of technology at all. Over the years, the Chinese have instituted a formidable culture of self-censorship. If you own a website hosting company, for example, you're held responsible for its content. So every provider hires staff, dubbed Big Mamas, to find offending content on their sites and harmonise it. Blocked.
We begin today with protests intensifying in yet another village in southern China. For the past 4 days, residents of Haimen in Guangdong province have been up at arms with police, furious over the construction of a new coal-fired power plant. Villagers believe it will have a major impact on the environment and their health. Here's more. Chinese riot police fired tear gas to disperse a group of protesters in a small town in southern China on Friday. It's in response to the 4th day of demonstrations against the construction of a coal-fired power plant. Residents of Haimen, a coastal town of about 120,000 people, took to the streets on Tuesday, protesting against plans to build a coal-fired power plant. They're concerned that the environment will take a turn for the worse and lead to health problems for villagers and impact the fishing industry. They rejected an offer to suspend the project late on Wednesday, demanding it be scrapped altogether. Protests in China have become relatively common over issues such as corruption, pollution, wages, and land grabs that local-level officials justify in the name of development. Chinese experts put the number of mass incidents at about 90,000 a year in recent years.
The hammer and sickle, one tool to represent the industrial proletariat, the other to represent the peasantry. And in the Great Hall of the People, the country's leaders are neither, because while they come to celebrate their political party, its ideology is just that, communist in name only. Modern China is very different from the one Mao imagined.
Dissatisfaction. Many people feel they've been left behind, while a small minority gets richer. Everyone else feels poorer. That's the party's challenge, to justify their control by continuing to serve the people.
It's difficult to assess just how bad the situation is. The human rights problems, the injustices, the feelings sometimes. This is a police state. China's leaders are not completely oblivious to the complaints. On Friday, on live television, the president said the country's leaders would work harder, that there are still many problems to overcome. A humble statement in an otherwise triumphant affair. Melissa Chan, Al Jazeera, Beijing.